Yeah. You are now tapped in with Time Flies. Don't touch that dial, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It's the part where the game shift. I was raised on the same strip. Down Broad Street, you know that I can't switch. Lock in, cause it's game 6. It's time flies. I know what the game is.
And we back, man. This is an episode of Tapped In with Time Flies. Do I really gotta... Let me preface it by saying this, right? I did research on this nigga, bro. Like I did research. I typed up shit. I had topics. I had everything I was gonna talk about because you gotta treat your homies like they guests too. You know what I'm saying? I did all that, rushing to get down here, trying to beat people here and everything situated and all that. Left my damn laptop. I know y'all used to see my laptop on the side. Left it in the crib. So now we just up here. Now we gonna be chatting like the friends that we are in real life, but also we gonna keep it to some podcast shit.
We're not just up here, but
we not you see this is the dynamic that we share because he know what I'm saying. But this is the episode of Tapped In with Time Flies, and I'm sitting here with none other than, you know what I'm saying, my dog, my bro. You know what I'm saying. We got a lot of history between us that extends far beyond any podcast or network you've seen us on. We got my man Phelps Jugo up here, man. Make some noise for Phelps Jugo, y'all, one time. That was better, but we gonna get better as the season go along with Tapped In. We gonna get better.
Yeah. You got space. It's gonna start filling up back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We gonna live studio audience. This motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We already talked about that.
I can see it.
But what's up, bro, man? What's talk to me, bro? How
man. You know, shit. I'm happy to be here. You know, I don't get a lot of airtime outside of.
Yeah.
Being next to, you know, Mona, so it's cool to, to get out here on my own and do my thing, which I'm open to. I just don't think people know the approach, or if they don't know me, they don't know what to say or what the conversation could be.
Yeah, I know that exists.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, Phelps can come by himself. like we can actually talk to this nigga. It's like, yeah. I feel like me and you though, we've talked about, like I said, we've professionally. About 4 or 5 years, we worked together, and we talked about or hinted at the idea of something previously on a network we was on that we could do a co-ed episode or something every now and again. Yeah. It just never came to fruition because like you and me, we played the background on the last network, so a lot of them don't really, like I said, don't know our dynamic. It's just what they heard from Mona. You know what I'm saying? Is knowing you, knowing me, knowing everybody else in the inner circle.
And I played the like prior to getting being on the podcast and on camera. I played the background before that, so I I had to get acclimated too. You feel me? I wasn't.
Yeah, they don't. That's this kind of remind me of because in my studio we in now, like we be way over here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know if you was around since then that it kind of started. Like bro graduated from. The kitchen stool to the chair.
Yeah,
to the couch.
Literally. It was like I just before I knew it, I had a camera.
And now you officially the co-host of the pod or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? And that was always dope. I think I want to speak to some of that because a lot of people might have think that was like a planned thing.
No.
And it wasn't.
No.
Like it was like I literally don't even remember how it just was like a hey, this Phelps chair. Like this is, you know what I'm saying?
I started off behind the scenes with you. Motherfuckers don't know. I was in there moving the set around.
Yeah, we was in there working.
So but after we would get done, when Mona start talking, she gonna captivate whoever in the room. So we sit down and we watch and we listen. So I think that was probably when I first started to she would catch me laughing on the side. And then that would make her start talking to us on the side.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
yeah, I think your laugh too is you get a lot of like your laugh being infectious that it would catch people. Like now we can recognize that's Phelps in the back. You know what I'm saying? And then she made you such a mainstay that people knew who you was without you even being on camera.
She referenced me so much that she made people start to ask, and then she put me right there. So I'm always grateful for that. Yeah, she didn't have to do that.
Exactly, like that. Again, that was not a planned thing. As somebody that was a producer on the show, it was never like it was always supposed to be just her on the show. But we'll get into more. I do want to start with, because you, like I said, you outside of that podcast, you also had another podcast. But I do want to get into, just because I know, but for the people that don't know,
Yeah, bro. Ask me whatever.
yeah, it's like just what even prompted you wanting to the transition of, because I know you did music, a lot of things that you've done that a lot of people may not know, you know what I'm saying? But like, what was it that prompted you into just entertainment in general, music, podcasting?
So I was just like regular books and job type nigga. You feel me? I got my degree. I started working. I was teaching math for a little bit, and then you know, life happened. My mom passed. That's another thing people know we got in common. You know
we do that. Yeah,
we got that understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But when that happened, I just shifted. You feel me? I met Quadi. Shout out my nigga.
Shout out to Quadi.
And I just made a transition, bro. My friends my friends who was rappers, they was already kind of doing their thing. Told me to start making beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Phelps, I think you should. I'm like, y'all already, but they just, I don't know. That's one thing I could respect, that if people, and that's Mona too, people see something in me that I don't see in myself.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just started from there. I started making beats, and I made beats for a couple years, and then before I knew it, after linking up with Quadi, I was in the studio in Philly, Electric Factory.
Okay.
And we was in there with Lil Uzi for like a year and some change, and you know, just that experience, being in and out the studio with him and going to places and you know, meeting people. You know, you'll meet when you're around somebody that big, a lot comes from that. You feel me? So I made a lot of friends, connections from that, and people started to know me. And then from that, like people that I didn't know knew me from that, even though I wasn't like putting myself out there. You know what I mean? I was just a producer / I don't know, creative director for Quadi or what. And then from that, I kind of just grew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then by the time me and Mona crossed paths, I don't know. I don't think we knew each other off the bat, but I think somebody told her what I did or something. And she kind of looked it up and, you know, paid attention to it and was like, yo, I want you to, you know, come help me with my shit.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, then we just blossomed from there.
Yeah, that was a story I got to, because by the time, I think when the podcast came to be on Breakbeat, at first it was it was the people at the higher ups of the network. Yeah. And then it was okay, we want to bring you in to be the producer, and then it was just me and her for trying to figure it out for a couple months. Like a lot of people, I think the podcast launched because you wasn't even at the pilot thing that we did with the live audience.
I was
or whatever.
Supposed to be there, but I wasn't.
I know. Yeah, I remember her saying like and I was like, all right,
I caught COVID.
That's 2020. Catching COVID is crazy. Like
that was when you caught that, John. You started to sit down.
You sit down for a little bit. You couldn't come back to work.
Yeah, I had to sit down. So.
But so it was like, all right, let's put this together. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when we was placing everything together, then it was like, okay, like I tell people all the time, when you put together an idea or either a podcast, I guess in general, what you do with the first episode is not what you be doing by episode 10.
Yeah.
Episode 20, like it gradually changes. So it was like we went in there and we shot, and I remember that first episode being like I remember Mona like walking off the set. You know what I'm saying? Like just like having like a panic attack, like she couldn't like just, I don't know what it was, but that she just wasn't comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I remember her, then you coming in the Stool, and then she brought you in the Stool, whatever. And it was like, oh yeah, this is my, you know what I'm saying, this is my man or whatever like that. We gonna be cool. We all just took the backseat role, and then it kind of just helped her get into the flow of things, because that's literally how it all came together. It was like you, and then there was Dre and Rhonda, and then it was you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how it came together. And the next thing you know, that was our team for the next. She
definitely brought us all together. Like
literally, it was all from all
Dre and
different
Rhonda knew each other, but none like outside. Like none of us
we all met for the first time on the set of the podcast. It was like, oh, okay.
And at that time too, even if we knew who Mona was, she still was new to us too.
Yeah,
so everybody was still new to each other.
Exactly. So literally, like y'all, like literally in real time, watch like friendships, like relationships, all that shit build in a matter of every week. Literally, like I know that's like cliche to say, but like literally, like we were all still learning each other. You know what I'm saying? And it was like it came together every week. So then we would start spending more time together. That led to now like I feel like real friendships, real bond. Because like I tell people all the time, it's like like I was speaking to me and your dynamic is like a lot of people don't know how tight me and you is.
Yeah.
And it's like it ain't just no on camera, you know what I'm saying? Like just like nigga was at my wedding, you know what I'm saying? Like
Facts, I was.
this is like real like friendship or whatever. Like so it's just I think a lot of times the people just they take for what they see on the camera and on screen too literal. You know what I'm saying? That they don't know like, oh, because it's still, again, to this day, it's people that really can't dissect the nature of you and Mona relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people hit me and be like, when we out sometimes, they be like, yo, like, you know, what's up with Phelps? Like, da, 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 da. I don't want to say nothing to Mona, you know what I'm saying? I be like, oh, like, that's y'all. Oh, okay. Like,
shout out my baby, man. She knows she my heart.
You know what I'm saying?
We know how I carry it. So that be throwing people off. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that.
So I'm like, oh, okay, cool,
Mhm.
got it, right. But yeah, so a lot of people don't know that that's kind of how it came to be.
Yeah.
What was the initial like? Once how was that? How was it for you when it, officially you was like, all right, I guess I'm like a part of this. Like, I guess I'm a part of the pod. Like,
I don't know.
I might say, oh, did you ever really have that moment? Because I feel like it just happened.
It was a gradual process. I think like when I started to get followers on Instagram,
Mhm.
like when my following started to grow, I was like, oh, all right, it's people that I guess know who I am because her, I don't, you know, she don't like to call them fans. You know, her cousins, her supporters, them motherfuckers is a support system for real. Because I get to reap the benefits from it, you know what I mean too. So, yeah, they're like really into whatever she's into. You feel me? From the rooter to the tutor, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I know. I do want to take a second and shout them out because, like you said,
shout out the cousins. Yeah,
same way you reap the benefits. They, if you stood next, beside, or supported or helped in any type of way, they will be there for you.
You know, I don't know if nobody saved my life, but damn near. You know what I mean?
No,
like
for sure.
They hold us down. So
For sure.
From that, you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, them and Mona pushed me.
Yeah.
So that was probably like, I don't know, like where it's like, all right, I guess this is you know what I mean? I got to really do this thing. 'Cause like I said, I was a music producer,
right?
Beats, so I was never planning on being in the front or used to be in the front. You know what I mean? So
yeah, shit just happened.
it's just I had to like learn it again, and I'm still getting used to it. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing this at an old age, and you know what I mean? I ain't do this in my 20s, so
yeah, it be different because it's like it almost feel like. I think it's that negative connotation on us being above 30 plus or whatever, that you can't start something new past 30.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's looked at like, you waited too late to can. Now you want to be now you want to be a rapper. Now you want to be a musician. Now you want to be a podcaster. Now you want to, and it's like, bro, 30, but nigga, we are 65. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have plenty time. I think a lot of people get that kind of confused, or I talk about the fear of failing all the time from people, is that because you could look at it like, I don't know, man. I'm used to being a producer. Like, I don't really want to take on a new skill. Because I think people think being a podcaster is so easy, bro.
Yeah,
you don't even know the half.
I didn't look at it like a negative thing. I looked at it like it's just a new challenge, something for me to do. Like you said, with the being older and starting over, I didn't have a problem with that. It was just for me, I had never used creativity to get anywhere. You know, I'm from the era I'm just using creativity on the side.
I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, or to fuck around. Yeah. So for me to actually use my creativity to get myself somewhere, that was what was like, you know, and I'm still working with that. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's you never fully a finished product when you're doing that. It's literally just a work in progress the entire time you're doing it. You just never, you don't pay it any mind because, again, a lot of people might look at you like, yo, you the perfect, but the whole time you got to go in every week or every episode you go into record. It's a different process. It's a different hurdle. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't know. That's why I said they think podcasting is just you sit up here and it's so easy, but it's not. You get to see people that's like, I want to be a podcast because I know y'all get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get up there,
and people will come up there
and be like this the entire time.
But I think too, like, us growing up playing sports, I know how to be a part of a team. So it's like, you got to figure out your chemistries. We got chemistry because it took time for it to get there. But once we get there, you know what I mean? Like, motherfucking Kobe know where Shaq want the ball. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah,
that's, you know what I mean? So that's all.
Because we used to get a lot of flack in the comments before the whole, it was just her up there. And it was like, yo, who these niggas in the background, they ain't laughing enough. Yeah. These niggas ain't talking back. Like,
mind you, they not hearing me. I'm over there now. Now they know the laugh, right?
It's like,
yeah.
And I should be like, because we get to like reading it, we be like, yo, what the, like, but it's like, bro. Also, but it's like if you know somebody, it's like the jokes hit different when it's like we actually know the person. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are receiving it for the first time, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we know her, so we know this. You might think it's a joke, but we think she's dead serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some of the certain shit come across, but it was like we went through that a lot. Like, just they would be mad at us, like, yo, y'all sitting in that studio, man. I need to kick them the fuck out because they ain't laughing at shit you saying. It's like,
and now I'm known for the laugh.
Now it's like,
yo, you know what I mean?
Like now we got it. So it's joining the podcast, right? And then becoming like such a mainstay. How was the reception between like just you, like your close friends, like family? Was it like people start treating you different?
I ain't even gonna lie. People around me, for the most part, always support what I do because I also too feel like they recognize it. Like, all right, we're not used to him going this route.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, going left. So I feel like because they see me taking a risk and a chance, doing something that I normally wouldn't do. Yeah, I had support. I never got a lot of like family hate when I did shit. Like, I feel sorry for people that got to go through that in life, but my family, for the most part, you know what I mean? Go ahead, rock out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like not that, like, because.
And I mean well, I mean well, and I want to succeed. So.
Yeah. I feel like the family hate thing, because I never experienced that either. Like we've been at all shows and we done everything.
Them, I ain't gonna say the last name, but
in flocks.
All 8, what?
In flocks.
And they all look alike.
So it's like.
They all got pom-poms for my baby. Word.
Like, so it's like, I never experienced that because it's like, I'm like, people really go through shit like that?
And I'm not gonna lie, shout out to your family. That's hard too because they support you and you're not in the forefront.
Like, no. Like
so to have support and you behind the scenes, that's a real,
like you said, know what I mean? Happy because they're not used to or looking at it like, because no matter how big or small we want to look at where we were or where we are, it's like the average person ain't get to see heights. You know what I'm saying? Like that. They ain't getting to come backstage with us at the Roots Picnic. They ain't getting to come backstage with us. They ain't get to tour with, you know what I'm saying? Like the average person is not experiencing those things. So to be able to even get close to it, to them is like, bro, we got to champion this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it done been shows where they done told us the guest list only X amount of people. Me and Phelps done walked in 50 people through the back. we done snuck in 60 niggas on the elevator.
It's like I never thought I would wake up and like I would have a tour flyer. You know what I mean? Like,
bro,
that kind of thing.
Speaking of, because we gonna walk down memory lane in this motherfucker. Speaking of, because we speaking to this the podcast tour.
Yeah,
the podcast tour. I remember, it wasn't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? It was only like 2 years ago.
That 2024 or 2023?
That was 2024.
Okay.
2024. I'm talking about like that experience, like, because I remember me and you having that conversation about that in the moment when it was happening.
Yeah.
Because the production, everything was going on. But you saying you never thought you'd be able to even see some shit like that. Like,
yeah, I never. It's crazy because. You had dreams of doing stuff, and me, even when I started to do music, like I said, as a music producer, I never thought that I would be in the forefront. You know what I mean? So even if I did see myself like, all right, I will probably go on tour, but it was like me standing on the side.
Yeah, right.
Me being backstage, or you know what I mean? So for me to go on tour and to be a co-host, essentially, that's like I never think it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And it was 8 cities or something?
8, I think it was like 9
or 9
cities. I think Miami got canceled. It kind of, but that's just, but not even. So if we count in the podcast, it's been countless comedy tours we've done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not actually a part, but a part. You know what I'm saying? Where you threw it, you inside of a joke. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere, or you coming out on to entertain. But so it's literally well over 50. I want to say 50, 100. Damn near close to 100 shows and shit that you probably did. You probably didn't realize.
I definitely go to a lot of comedy shows, and I do like the meet and greets.
Yeah, the podcast tour was one of the things I will say, and I got to shout Mona out too, because her putting her foot down to make it, because like you said, I'm behind the scenes. I've been on probably like 4 or 5 episodes in total. You know what I'm saying? Like on camera, but to make sure to see to it that I want them with me. Like, poster, lanyard, everything. I want my face, I want his face, I want his face. You know what I'm saying? To put her foot down and make it a thing, and to do that for us was kind of something that, because we show her love and we give her respect all the time.
We understand who the star is and who most of every people here to see. So we kind of just be trying to play our roles.
That's
so
all.
For her to stick her neck out there for us, you know what I mean? We always grateful for that. That's
for sure.
Can't ask for too much more.
No, but I also want to say, because I do see a lot of not only being close enough to it to know how it affects her, you, me, and everybody else that's attached to her, because it do comes with a lot. Because if you next to her, then you damn near you right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They know you.
Yeah.
That she does get a lot of just good and bad shit with in the media. You know what I'm saying? It comes with everything, but when we speak to just somebody's like nature, it's like to put everybody on.
Yeah.
Like if you hear, we gonna find something for you to do.
Yeah. We gotta figure out your position.
We gonna find out what you good at, and we gonna put you here, and we gonna run this up. You know what I'm saying? So I just want a second to just acknowledge her and her being that type of person, because you don't really meet too many people like that.
Yeah.
Coming in the business, because Lord knows we.
Yeah, everybody for self.
We done been in some spaces. But so the podcast tour happens. Was there ever any talks about? Because I know then you and Quaddy, y'all had your own show, Gangster Friends podcast. How was
coming
that?
Back, but it's just complications. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but how was that? Because how was that dynamic being different than it being you and Mona on the show, and then going in and doing the podcast with him?
Well, both of them is too light-skinned talkative. You know what I'm saying? Very high-strung. I love them to death. So it's kind of like, on Mona's is she's carrying the show, and I kind of just I bounce off her when I see fit or when need be or whatever. With Quaddy, it's more of me and him going back and forth.
Right.
So that's all. And it's a man to man conversation as opposed to a woman to man conversation. So we it's gonna be a masculine conversation. It's gonna be sports. We're gonna talk about women.
Did she talk complaining about Mona shit that we hint at on there? If he hints at the fucking playoffs or something, that is like, oh, we ain't nigga, shut up. Like, we don't want to see that. Like,
she don't give a damn about a sport, which is fine. But that's just been a part of me my whole life. That's what I mean, my whole life. I still don't abandon, following sports, even though now I gotta follow, more culture things, gossip and all that because of, the where I'm at. But that's it. It's just I just gotta participate more. I gotta do more. More. I gotta do more on the back end production side, because I feel like being on a podcast, even though I'm just a co-host, and then Mona's the host, and then we have a producer, it's like you still do more than just sit there and talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do a little bit of producing, no matter where you at. So,
I think a lot of people don't understand that everybody's a producer damn near. Like you were one, she's one. Everybody's there as a part of the team is a producer in itself in some form or fashion. Just even if you got to produce yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of people don't. Again, they just think it's just sitting here and talking about $200 dates and a bunch like crazy shit. Like you couldn't be further from the fucking truth. Like a lot of that shit needs to be debunked, because y'all try to do this shit week in, week out. You see a lot of podcasts go probably like 5-6 episodes
people
deep.
I mean, we'll tell people this. It's a little jump. Sitting down and talking is the easiest part. It's everything else.
Everything beyond
it.
Because you look at it and it's like, you look at it right. It's like, speaking from a producer, you know what I'm saying? Like that had to situate and set up everybody to come in. What y'all gonna talk about, and how we gonna plan around, and how we gonna market what y'all talking about. Then it actually happening, right? And y'all talking about the shit y'all was supposed to talk about, and now leaving, and now the job's on us to market this every day until the next episode.
And do people care about it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like it's a lot more than what y'all see on the camera, and it's literally a 24/7 nonstop, because it's not just me, and then it's this person I got to pass on to this person. So it's kind of everybody working cohesive in a cohesive unit to try to figure it out, literally from this episode that we shoot today until the next episode we shoot.
Yeah,
we gotta push this shit. So it's a process. But I want to ask you too, because as somebody that again knows some more of the inside shit, has ever been some time where you got like some negative, or the people didn't receive the something you said on the pod and kind of did it affect you in any way where it kind of made you kind of have to like speak differently to certain things?
Yo, I'm mad because yes, it happened at least twice.
I know one of the ones I can't remember what it.
I had to make a. I didn't.
I know. I remember.
made a
I know.
full
I know.
apology.
I know. I know.
Word that wrong. I forget exactly what
Me
it was.
too. I'm thinking about it because I'm like.
I made a full Instagram apology, and I apologized on the pod. Oh, what the hell? What did I?
I'm mad we can't. I'm mad I can't think of it either because I remember. I know. It was just last year I think.
Was it? Yeah. Was it? Yeah. But was it towards the community?
I think it was something. I don't know. So please, I'm sorry. I'll find a clip once we come up.
So I'll say this. I think
it was some insensitive shit or something.
I literally was about. Yo, you took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say. I feel like I was being insensitive about something somewhere, and I had to apologize for that because I'm kind of like a straight shooter.
Yeah.
And you still we're still learning. No matter how long I've been doing this, I'm still learning. And when you become of importance, depending on how you want to carry, because I do care about people's feelings to a point. Sometimes I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's times when I do. You feel me? And I think in that time I was being insensitive at the wrong time.
I was gonna say I think that's another one of them times where you it clicks where you realize like, damn, I'm not just speaking for myself now. Like the shit I can say can affect somebody's day enough to where I'm opening my messages. I'm opening where it's people that care about me. That's like
and people will get misconstrued because they'll say, oh. They'll think that they don't care about said group of people or who or whatever they talking about the whole time. Those people care and support you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you always want to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Do it change the way you go into things now? Like your views, like before, like not thinking before you say, but almost like, all right, let me change. Let me change the way I say this because.
So, yeah, it does. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like this. It was like I never grew up thinking that I was gonna be here, right? In real life, I stand on what I stand on, and not to say I fake it for the camera, but it's everything don't have to be addressed anyway.
Right.
So, it don't bother me about not being able to express myself about something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sometimes you don't even want to do because what comes with that.
Bro, we found out a way to earn revenue from sitting in front of a camera and chatting. Me, I damn near sometimes don't talk.
Yeah.
That's like, it's when you really think about it, to me, sometimes it's kind of crazy. So I'm just grateful for that. So if I can do that, it don't bother me to not be able to express myself.
Right.
What the fuck? We grew up in the 90s where motherfuckers told you to sit down and shut the fuck up anyway.
You did, yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
So for me to sit down and shut up for, you know what I mean, for me to be able to do what I gotta do, all right, the fuck? I don't limit myself to be able to like, oh damn, if I don't talk about this one, it's a million things I could talk about, brother. We don't gotta do that.
Yeah, right. No, I think because that's so true because as somebody who else is caught the other side of. And I can't recall what
you know how to make people mad for sure.
Yeah, and I've gotten better at that. I've done a lot better in my life.
Tom Flies on Twitter is a legend, boy.
With that, because I pissed off somebody from the pod, and I'm not even on the camera, and I had to issue a public apology via Mona. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it like you said, it's just like all right, maybe it don't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like or at least here, like.
And you know how we don't trip. Like, no disrespect to us not being, because it's even us not being able to remember makes it us come off as insensitive. That's not the case. What it is for us, it's dust off our shoulders.
Yeah, it's like
water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge. Like I'm over it.
I'm not about to lose no sleep over this, dog.
Yeah, I'm
like,
over it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm over it. Shit, they was emailing them niggas. I'm gonna get you fired, nigga. I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, bro. They done try to ward me off the pie so many times, dog. So many times. Get him out of here.
All the time, it's like, bro, come on. Nobody's going nowhere, yo. Like
I didn't fight I'm not fighting against y'all. You know what I mean? I'm here on the behalf of Mona. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what I think another thing, too, is that they get it confused. Is that it's like, okay, the network employees.
Yeah.
The network brought you in to be at this spot.
No.
It's like, no, my friend brought me in to be here and do exactly what I'm doing that y'all are upset about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is her world. You know what I mean? When Michael Jordan was on the Bulls, everybody ain't like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Still,
Michael Jordan said, "I need him here to win me a ring."
That's it. That's all. That's it.
I'm here because somebody requests.
How I do want to speak to a lot of people don't know because again a lot of people still I want to speak to just the podcast and just this is the departure of the podcast, quote unquote, because the podcast is still going. You know what I'm saying? The Don't Call Me White Girl show is alive and well on Mona Love Media, which everybody's
shout out Mona Love Media.
Shout out to Mona Love Media.
Comment, follow, subscribe.
But you getting better at that.
Word.
But
got to, man.
The departure from the previous network, just how was it? Shit, even the departure because it kind of came in layers because it was the team was initially it was me, you, Dre, Mona, Rhonda, and then we seen Dre and Rhonda depart. And a lot of people didn't know still. Like a lot of people still just a casual person is like. Still thinks probably to this day they fucking producing the show and shit. But just like in totality though, just them leaving and then people don't know my departure a year ago, to where as though I left probably like a couple months prior to the whole podcast just leaving the network in general. But just I guess the departure in general, like how like did it affect you in any way or was it like everything was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just moving on to the next like it's business.
Well, for one, I wouldn't call them departures.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it because just because somebody leave don't mean they wanted to leave or they had to leave.
Right.
So I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I feel like, sometimes new opportunities come for some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, life happens for some people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird because everybody is still cool. Rhonda and Dre still pop out the shows. You know, me and you sitting here talking.
Like everybody though, like
everybody is still acquainted. So it's like, and we still tap into each other for resources too. So it's like, I guess we still a team, but we're not a team under the podcast anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
For me, I don't know, man. I kind of just when somebody comes in, I try to welcome them. Just because somebody is no longer with us, I don't try to think it's a negative thing.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you know, we have all worked at jobs when employees come and go. It's it's like that, except for I feel like in this, it's not necessarily like bad blood that happened. Right. It's just, you know, I got this going on over here. You know, this is better for me and my family, or I got this going over here. And this is, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's never. I don't know. It never like weighed on me too much.
Right. It just was. I think because I was going to step in and say I think because again, people still don't view podcasts like are employed by network. Like we are signed to a network. Like we work for this network. This is our job, and it's a business. You know what I'm saying? The same way you could lose your job at this place, you know what I'm saying? You could, you know what I'm saying, get a better opportunity and evolve and grow and take a position elsewhere. It happens on podcasts, but I think people just are used to it, like, or I guess looking at it like we just homies, we get together and we just sit here and we just talk shit. You know what I'm saying? That one person leave, it's like, or one person goes and do something else. That it's like, well, damn, it must be what's going on? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like
I think one of the better ways I could describe it is like when people used to press Mona about the Gillian Wallow thing,
right?
And like you said, we are around her behind the scenes. You know, I'm not gonna put nothing out there specifically, but it have been times where we've been sitting there, and you know, her and Wallow might get on the phone and have a conversation, and you know, it's nothing wrong going on. He'll give her a resource. You
would never know by what they say in the media, like publicly.
Exactly. So that's why when people would get up there and ask her, "How you feel about them kicking you off?" And it's like, the way y'all wording it like that is weird, and one, that's not the energy behind it. You know what I mean? Right. So that's kind of like when you ask me that, I'm like, yeah, I guess people left, but that's not the energy behind it. It's like, you know what I mean? Because we all could still call the next motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because it's just, I'm speaking more because it's public perception. You know what I'm saying? It's just public perception, but speaking to it because it's like, you got to let people know that it ain't bad blood nowhere. Like, it ain't like, now we beefing now, because I'm saying it because prior to me even moving tapped in to now it being like fully produced. Like I did I threw like a episode out there where I was on Zoom in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about a bunch of things. But some of the feedback I was getting was, yo, you ain't speaking to the you not being on the pod, or why you not with this, we ain't seen you with them, and you know what I'm saying? And it's just like
people, you know, people feed off drama and negativity.
Like,
so
why we immediately go to it got to be an issue or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know, like, you know, as a real friend of mine, what was going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm not about to stroke nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just, but, oh, I got to come and tell y'all exactly. Like, sometimes, no, you know, it ain't for everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? But also, we need to stop running to, it has to be something negative going on, or they had to have a fight or falling out somewhere.
It's a double-edged sword, though, because it also, how can I say it? It also shows how much people care and how big of a deal it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That meant something to people, or people was at least used to a certain structure. So, you know, that's also a good thing too. Like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
It's fucked up when you're on the other end of it, but you know, I try to just look at the most I could look at it.
Yeah.
Best way I could look at it.
Especially people like us, it's like we don't speak to the public perception damn near at all. You know what I'm saying? No matter what's being said, you might have heard, or you might, because you get DMs like I get DMs. You see comments like I read comments. You know what I'm saying? And
they gotta force it out of us sometimes,
bro. Like, and
we ready to just keep it pushing on to the next.
Like, I ain't here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to be on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just. But I just wanted to speak to it so that way it came from me and you. That it's like, just so y'all know, for future reference, we ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about that. It's
all love, and it's not even fake love. It's like,
hell
you know
no.
I mean?
I do want to shift gears a little bit though. I do want to get into some of your favorite moments, I guess, per se, or favorite guests. If you had any just on the pod, or because y'all go viral, the pod goes viral a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have anybody that you was like sat next to, or somebody you met in the process that you was like, damn, I can't believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make it was like, damn.
Let me see. So I would say this: all the regular pod guests was like, it was cool. It was like the level of people I would expect, because Mona was at a level. You know what I mean? It's like when you work with somebody at a level, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, I think for me, a highlight was something that really woke me up was the BET Awards.
Oh yeah, man.
So that was like, you know, we don't get starstruck too much, but that was a joint to where it was like, yo, this is kind of crazy, because it's like we did. Like, let alone all the interviews we did, we sitting in the media room next to other lit media niggas. You feel me?
Next to the biggest of hugest platforms that, I get what you're saying, because it's both of us, that we got to experience that with her, all three of us at the same time. Because that being her first experience too. And again, like, I know I speak to that a lot, because for me, that was the same thing. Like, just waking up and getting that call, like, yo, we going to LA to do the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, like, what you mean? Like, no, y'all got tickets.
Exactly. Yo, what you mean? Not like what you mean? Like,
we get to, like, no, they're going to put y'all in a hotel with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, we across the hall from this person, or we go in the lobby at 3 a.m. and you walking past. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and go ahead.
This it being surreal, that for me, that was like the first, because like I said, we was already doing shit, but it was like, that was the first to me, like, oh no, we really, like,
yo,
we made it.
That
like,
joint was so crazy. So that was crazy, because the media room was like a joint, and then people don't know that that was the 2023. They had the Off the Radar freestyle booth right there
in front of us.
So it was some rappers that wasn't coming in doing interviews. They was just doing that. It was the traffic was just so crazy, and then. We not only was we at the BET Awards, they didn't give us no junk ass tickets. We was floor level.
We was right there.
We was right there.
We was going to camera pan to Sexy Red. We was 3 rows.
I was about to say it was two significant things that happened. It was I guess 3, because it was the 50th BET 50th
of the hip hop. Yeah.
Sexy Red was just being like
starting
her stardom was bubbling. So we did an interview with her. People don't even know we got a whole Sexy Red interview. Got it, John. It's a little 5 minute,
but it's stuck in that compilation.
Yeah,
but it's there.
It's there. And that was when like her shit was growing to the point to where she had that famous crowd performance.
Uh-huh.
They literally did a
That went viral.
when they did a commercial break. She had a performance in the crowd, bro. She didn't have like an on stage. She wasn't who she was yet.
They played her
She
music.
was so bubbling in the streets. For some reason, bro, it was like everybody formed a crowd around her, and they recorded it. It was a crazy.
Right,
joint.
niggas start throwing money.
It looked crazy. You
Bro.
could go back and look this shit up.
Bro.
It was drawing. We wasn't too far from that, and then they brought Chief Keef back from after like the 10-year ban. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it was like that shit was crazy. Niggas saw Ja Rule perform.
Fab.
We saw the
Soulja.
we saw the Soulja Boy. We saw the real swag surfing niggas.
Right.
We done heard the song. Whoever done really seen them in real life.
I'm talking about like swag, like you done swag surf now a million times at every party. Day parties,
It was-
brunches, funerals, you niggas is swag surfing.
So and then being out there and other people knowing who he was and just that whole experience for me is just something I'll never forget. So that was probably like a real wow podcast.
I say that
Yeah.
too because I remember us just driving down Rodeo, like driving down, going from No Jumper Studio to now traveling, because we wasn't just filming
Nah.
episodes in the media house. We
We
filmed
was going to
from
No
like
Jumper.
10 a.m. to like 2 damn near in the
Yeah.
media house. From there, then going to shoot with our own episodes of the podcast, you know what I'm saying? So then going to do interviews. So our entire day for the week was just
Yeah.
like, and then getting to walk the red carpets. And I never forget, I think, because we kind of all, once it was like, we done everything. Mona don't never like to do shit. Like Mona's just like, oh, we cool. Like, nigga.
I don't think it's like she don't like to do shit. I think she be because she a morning person.
Yeah. She a Mona. She
So
up at 5 a.m.
She underestimated
Like,
like, oh yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna do it. Knocked out.
Yeah, you up at 6. You not lit at 12.
Knocked out. Where we going, y'all? All right, I know Tom and Phelps just going, and we just go. I mean, because I think we did
She gonna
the,
get dressed. She gonna take 2 bites.
and that's it. We done.
Damn, it's
Stop
over.
me get some. We eating. Night over. Y'all, where y'all going? All right, if y'all need me, call me.
Then
Like,
then we calling the spot. Yo,
yeah, like
we
I
good.
think, and that weekend too. I think because you was doing, I was out moving around. You was out moving around like as if we would get together as a unit, but we were separate. I was going to events. You was going to events. We was meeting up back at the joint. Like it just was crazy for us to be able to kind of move in a space where it's like, all right, yeah.
Everybody had that's nothing too. We would go to these different cities. Everybody would have their own like, oh, I know this person. Oh, I know this person.
Yeah. Like we was doing walkthroughs at
So it was like we never had to babysit each other or be up
No.
under each other. It was like
No, I don't think I ever told nobody that story. I think the LA shit. I had went to like this after party and shit. One of the days we was out there, and I got stuck in the elevator with Ray J.
was that when I was trying to link you and I like couldn't get to
I
you?
think so. I got stuck in the elevator with Ray J, and I never forget. We was like, I think it was like over capacity. We just standing there, and I'm just like, mind you, I had just got this nigga to do for my wife her birthday. I had got him to like do like a rendition.
You saw him after that,
Right, yeah. So we never get it quietish in the elevator. He like, yeah, it's gonna be like a couple minutes. He like, anybody got a cigarette in this joint? Niggas, like, bro, you ain't about to. We in this joint like this. Like, he like, I'm about to. I need a cig, man. I need a cig. We like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We can't smoke a cig on this joint, bro. We gonna die on here. Like, we gonna pass out in this joint. He like, how long? I'm just like, I don't think I ever told that story, but I'm just like, but that also a reason was like, damn, like, oh, yeah, we really out here moving around.
Oh
And
yeah,
shit.
and then the other joint. Did you go with us to the BET Atlanta thing
I'm trying to
when she
think.
was rapping?
With the cipher?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that. I did the I didn't go to y'all. I think Gary went with y'all. I think I went to the one where she did the Mary J. Blige, the Mary J. Blige thing with Miss
I was
Pat.
there for that too.
That's when we did off the porch.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't miss the that was the experience.
So that was another moment too that was crazy for me because that was like it was like weird. Not I don't want to call them weird legends, but it was weird that it was certain legends in there. And it was like a random scrambling.
You got like a ramble. Just you got
it was
Kirk
a
Franklin,
gumbo.
you got
It
Lil
was-
Kim, you got
It was Remy Ma. I met Tammy from Real World in there. I met Dapper Dan. You feel me? I met Kirk Franklin ran down on, you feel me? He
Yeah.
ran down, and he had like a camera. He was shooting something. Kirk Franklin just shot something that I'm on.
Never seen it.
And like I had a whole convo. Kirk Franklin, my height, he brolic as shit, but we was sitting there chatting like this. You feel me? And it was crazy. Another thing too, the crazy thing about Kirk Franklin, I talked like what I'm telling you about. It happened on like the inside. It was like a big warehouse joint. But I'm outside hitting the gas. You feel me? And when he walk up and get out the whip, I'm like, man, it's Kirk Franklin.
You gotta put it away. Like, damn, I gotta be militant.
Now I'm from Philly, so you know what I mean. I'm Muslim for real, but I still respect people's shit. That's Kirk Franklin, bro. You feel me? So I put my shit down. But mind you, Kirk, he don't even know me, but he probably like, where you at? He like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like moments like that. You know what I mean? That's like I'll never that'll stick with me.
Yeah, no. So it's times like that where because I also feel like we had experiences where we met certain people and then it was like, dang, I thought this person was going to be.
Yeah, well, I had kind of I told you the spending time with Lil Uzi. I had met a couple like rappers and that was enough for me to be like, all right, everybody
ain't like that.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't like that because I ain't gonna speak to certain names, but I do know because the question I get all the time when I do interviews on other people's platforms is like, who was the favorite guest I ever had? Who was the and I get to naming people. And what surprised people a lot is when I say Saucy Santana.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people are actually like when I say that too, it's the good side. Like some people you might think they like, but then you meet them like, oh nah, they solid.
Solid.
You know what I mean?
Like, solid.
More
They be
than
like
meets the eye type shit.
They be like, I'm like, no, you want
Saucy solid. Saucy Santana, solid nigga.
Well, we had a strip club, y'all. Like, what we doing? Like,
I got solid nigga.
Like,
who we had? That was like some solid people that people might not. Desi Banks a solid boy. He
super solid.
He is who he is. He not weird. He not none of that.
Super. Yeah.
Funny Marco solid.
Super solid.
But I would say this: he still is kind of like dry. He dry humor in real life. Still.
Yeah, it's like almost to the point where you think it's awkward.
Yeah.
Like you be like. Okay.
But he dead serious. Like he not weird, but he still just carry himself. Like,
yeah.
Shit funny, but he just be sitting there straight face.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people. Because it was kind of 50. I think the most people we kind of like. I guess in terms of like just celebrity was the BET stuff when we did Big Daddy Kane, Tyrese.
Yeah.
It was like
Tyrese was. Yeah, that was
animated as shit.
Yeah,
but it was like one of them things where in a moment.
I didn't expect him to be that way.
Me, I don't know what I thought. Tyrese.
I
don't know what I thought, but it was like.
But it wasn't what you.
I'm like 5 minutes in, nigga telling me, yo, touch that fake print right there, bro, and I'm just like, all right, like, you're like, yeah, feel it. That's Tyler Perry. I'm like,
bro, you know the nigga that meets you and like shake your hand real long and stare in your face, bro.
That's him.
Like the squeeze a little bit, but he look you in your face. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to date your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he that bull a little bit. I respect it though. Yeah. I respect it.
You talk your head off outside. I'm about to run in here real quick. All right, real quick, just a second.
Cool is a fan, but he gonna let you know this man-to-man shit right here. We ain't on that.
Cool as shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a favorite tour moment, like just like where maybe like fans encounter or like just anything like that? Because I got to think of a couple Jones. I throw one out there for you. Pod tour in New Brunswick, Big Crip. I think I can't.
Oh.
And we went to that food spot.
Sandwich spot. Yeah, that was funny. I think one of the highlights too. I think that made the tour lit. I didn't expect. First of all, not only do I not expect to be on tour, I don't expect to be on tour for my birthday.
Yeah, that was.
So I think like
crazy.
that whole. I remember the kind of like I can't say everything.
Yeah. Exact moment.
That whole week on my birthday was like, it was a joint. It was like I had a lot of fun, and I wasn't even on no celebrate my birthday the whole week, but just that whole that little was crazy. It was my birthday. We ended up going to a strip club after.
City to city.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was I remember that. That was the New York.
All my bros came out and got to see me. That was good. Like all my closest friends, you know, for the most part at this point have got to see me. That's another thing too. For like my peers to be able to come see me, people I grew up with outside of family and stuff like that.
It's different. Like you know, I had my little cousin with me on the tour. Nigga, we thought the little nigga got locked. I don't know what we thought happened one day. We couldn't find this nigga for like 10 hours before this year out the side. We couldn't find Side for like 10.
And he Shout out Simon. I ain't going.
Just taking your moment and just seizing the moment. Like
he is forever etched in my memory because he was there for some shit.
Hilarious, bro. But that was one of them things too, where again he was somebody that's my little cousin, like a little brother I grew up with, because like you said, my mom passed away, so his mom took me in, so we grew up like it's my cousin. It's like
I know members of your family forever, like, bro.
Forever.
You know
and him being able, he was locked up, so for him to come out. And then
to be welcomed into that.
Yeah, he in while I'm making my progress and I'm becoming who I am, and then coming out and be able to just jump right on tour with us. You know what I'm saying? And be able to come city to city. He going back.
And he never did no weird shit.
Never.
You feel me?
Be able to come back.
Goodness.
Go back and be like, damn, that's really
Not
like.
to say I expected him to, but I don't know him.
You know. We done met some.
And
we done met.
And you know what was crazy too? I ain't gonna say too much, but when you left him with me, I'm like,
yeah, it was like
it was cool.
It was like, yo, it's my little cousin, bro. Make sure you like,
yeah, cool, bro. I didn't have no problem. He didn't give me no problem.
Money
For that. You know what I mean? That little alone, he good with me forever.
Good peoples,
you know
good peoples.
And shout out Mom Dukes, because she been supporting
every show, and don't ever ask for a ticket. Just buy a ticket and show up. And that's the type of shit too where you can't again, people that grow up and just proud to just knowing your background, knowing where you come from, just being happy to see you. Shit, if I can come and support you, that's the least I could do. Like,
and that's another thing too. We got to shout Mona out for is she take our family members in, because she don't got that.
You shouldn't know my brothers living
it's like if you got a crazy aunt or a crazy cousin, 9 times out of 10 they might fuck with Mona. You know what I mean? So for her to accept everybody in too, that's you know what I mean? That's
it's definitely much love, much peace. How's everything now? Like I said, now on Mona Love Media on the new show. Is it a different type of energy around it? A different type of vibe? Or how are you now? How are you welcoming this role? It's kind of the same, but it's kind of not the same.
No, it's the same, but it's not. I got more. I don't want to say more responsibility, but I do. I welcome having to do more. You know what I mean? Before, because I was joining something that was kind of already. I don't want to say it was structured, but it was 70 to 80% where it was going to be in terms of the pieces to the puzzle.
That needed to be done, yeah.
So for me to be a big piece of the puzzle starting out, you know, going forward, it's just, you know, I understand, like, the more I got to do, the more I'm a part of the, you know, just being more involved. I welcome that kind of thing. So I'm still figuring it out because I'm not used to it.
Right.
I'm used to being outside of so many conversations because it was a network.
Yeah.
So now that, you know, I'm right next to the network, you know, a part of the network is, you know, I'm trying to understand how to get my feet wet a little.
Basically, you're taking on like a new role within itself of being the co-host that you are, but also like
still got to do more than that. Got to do way more than that.
More than that. What about you? Are you open to doing like appearances where people can book you to come through?
Yeah, I want people to book me. I just, like I said earlier, I don't think everybody understands like what I'm knowledgeable about. You know, I'm known for really just sitting there and cackling my face off.
Yeah.
So it's like people got to understand what conversation I could have. Pardon me. What I'm into. I'm real into. I mean, I don't want to say the regular shit, but I'm into sports and music.
Everything. And that's literally what we're going at.
Outside of that, you know, I like shit like technology. You know what I mean? I went to school for engineering, so even though I'm a black man, I'm into like tech and science too.
Yeah.
I play video games, you know what I mean? And not just always the regular video games. So it's just, you know what I mean? I got a little bit of what people would label as nerd or whatever. And, you know, I could hold a conversation with all walks. So.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it's just people just understand it or just taking a shot like, yo, let me have them come on and have a conversation.
Right. Yeah, I guess because they ain't used to, like you said, seeing you in that role where you're not on the pod, you're out doing your own thing or whatever.
And I think if people understood, if people like, damn, he good at what he do, he got to be, he got to know something.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. Like, I'm about to say, people know me from cackling the pod, nigga, for 5 years.
Gotta
nigga,
time that shit.
Yeah, that's a long time to be able to just get by doing that. So you got to know something.
You know what I mean?
Like, you got to know something.
Yeah.
But, you know, I definitely, before we wrap up, get out of here. I gotta get your opinion on. We gotta talk sports, man.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things where, like I said, we pitched the idea of for the subscription episode or subscription package for the last network was for it to be something in a sense of where we get to talk more and be in front of the pod. So to be able to do it now, like I said, me and you, we talk. You know what I'm saying? We talk about a bunch of
conversations.
Shit. But to be able, sports is one thing we real passionate about. We super passionate about sports.
Yeah, I know you sickle cell with that whole Grizzlies and Josh.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm kind of,
because right
now
it's looking grim.
Right now we out here. We just we wearing our options, man. We surveying the field.
Is this a Grizzlies thing or is this a Josh thing?
I want, but how you feel about
my fault.
Honest opinion.
My fault. Let me ask you what you gonna ask me, and then I'll pick with you after that.
Yeah. Honest opinion. Sixers going into the playoffs.
So
play in. I'm sorry. They ain't even officially in the playoffs.
He got it. I just came to him, so he, you know what I mean. I can take my licks. Yo, I feel like we could make it shake a little bit. How much Joel is gonna play is gonna be very pivotal. Cause the fact that the nigga, like, it's not like he still lost it. I mean, but he still lost some of his athleticism and his physicality. But the fact that the nigga could still give you 30 points in 18 minutes,
with ease.
We got to figure out how to, you know what I mean?
Work around it.
So I feel like if we just study to where he's good at, because the crazy thing is, bro, is I don't think people understand the nigga still might have to rest in the playoffs.
Yeah, like
you got to think if the Sixers say we in a playoff, we eat out the play-in, we in a series. Man, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we go up 3-0 or 3-1. He's gonna sit that game out.
He don't need you.
You know what I mean?
Don't need you.
If we up 3-2, he might sit that. You know,
if we lose that game 6, then we need you for game 7.
You know, so it's just But I feel like at this point, it done been like this with this nigga for so long that this year I feel like we had success because they kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm feeling shout out my nigga PED Paul. He done made it through testing.
For sure.
Good. They can't test him again.
Mental health, much love.
Yo, when he came back and dropped 40 again, I was like, nigga, they
about to hey yo, we need another one. come sit you down real quick.
I love VJ.
Love VJ. Big advocate of VJ.
Big. So,
I was keep reminding me of Wade, so I was already like.
Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna lie. The people say the East is open, and I do feel that way. So I don't know. I just feel like the way we manage Joel is gonna, and like where and how we win the games. Like that's the thing. We just can't go down in no series.
Yeah.
It got to be tied or we got to be up.
It can't ever, at least a game. Y'all can go down a game. It can't ever be 2-0.
No.
2-0, damn, they might as well just call it, you might as well call it quits.
Yeah, we can't go down 2-0 or 3-1 in no series.
So you like the Sixers odds of coming out the East? Like, if in terms of like.
Depending on the path.
I think, because
I don't want to
see the Celtics.
I don't want to see Boston right now. Boston always have our number in general, but the way with the Jaylen Brown, I was like, yeah, we
good. Yeah,
I wasn't worried about the Knicks, Hawks, none of that. Cleveland, none of that. But it's like Cleveland also got James Harden, even though he folded in the playoffs. People say he's still good for them first 2 rounds.
Added dynamic that you got to worry about.
He's good for them first 2 rounds, and Boston, once Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out there, I don't want to play them, bro.
Even though I feel like this is probably the weakest version of Boston, which is saying a lot because you still have them too, but you still just don't want to. If you can avoid seeing them until the East
Is it
finals,
the weakest version?
I mean, you got Jaylen Brown at his best. You got Jason Tatum working back. Weakest version supporting cast wise.
We calling it weak. The nigga Jason Tatum averaging
triple-double.
24, 10, and 8. Nigga since he came back. I don't know.
Supporting cast. Like, if they have a bad game, what, Peyton Pritchard going to
We just watch. What's the boy name? Shireman?
Mm-hmm.
He ninth man off the bench giving niggas charity.
Yeah, well, you had to show me. You got to do that.
You do got to show me, but they I feel like, pause, they deeper than we think.
No, it that too, but it's not
that.
Porzingis, Drew, Al Horford.
Nah.
It ain't deep like that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, though, you kind of can manage.
But I just feel like we taking that as names. In the playoffs is where people make big names.
Okay,
so
cool. You got a point.
I know Sixers, somebody good bum ass for making their name against us.
Yeah.
This would be the time Sam Hauser want to get paid. You know what I mean? It's like we good for that. We good for that.
What you got coming out the West?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be completely honest. My heart is saying between OKC and Denver, but
I ain't got either one of them. But.
I want to see Ant. I want to see Ant make and shake, and this is what I want to see, but I know it ain't gonna happen, bro. As long as OG in the league, I need to see him make it shake, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see Brian get back every time, bro.
Yeah.
As long as Unk's still out here giving that pain out.
That's just the love and respect,
bro. It's not even just the love and respect. So I'm somebody I always admire when the oldest motherfucker out there is still killing, because it's like he shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, he 41. You shouldn't be out there averaging 25.
You feel me? So it's like he old. Brian got 20% hair left. Yeah. This whole shit going. He got a piece of hairline in the beard.
After July, it's over.
He out there killing them, bro. So it's like me. I get a kick out of that. Me personally. And the older I get, the more I get a kick out of it. Like people, he can't do this, he can't do that. But this is what he can do. So it's like I would love to see him just do some shit up we never seen an old nigga do.
Right.
But besides that, realistically, it's gonna be between OKC and Denver, bro. And I feel like realistically in the East, it's gonna be Boston and I feel like I want to see the Hornets make it shake. Yeah, but I don't.
The fun team.
It's the fun team. So I want the Sixers to do it. I don't know, but I would say it's gonna be between Boston and Cleveland. I don't like New York this year. I don't think they.
No, hell no. I had either Cleveland and San Antonio though. I think
I feel like San Antonio.
They have the best team.
The thing is with San An got it, but I didn't see regular season. I didn't see that regular season.
Yeah, we've never seen them. We've never seen them yet.
I didn't see that regular season movie.
Yeah.
When that game slow down and you got them motherfuckers that been there.
Floor shrink.
You ain't about to be brand. Now, Ant is the only motherfucker I seen come like when that run he went on 2 years. I ain't seen that.
Yeah.
I don't know if everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I guess the only knock I will give them is that. Top to bottom, to me, best team, top to bottom.
Yeah, I just but don't.
We haven't seen Wemby and them. They ain't battle tested. You know what I'm saying? So I get them that.
We got taking the factors of coaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The San Antonio that we respect, that this a new whole
regime.
Song. You know what I mean?
Whole new regime. All rookie, everything.
They got to show us that they capable of doing that, and then we can start putting our money on them.
Right. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. So, yeah, I said San Antonio and Cleveland. I want to say Sixers because I do feel like they have.
I do too, but
in terms of best four, give me them four over the next anybody else four.
It's like I can't bang on Joel playing every game of every series. So
yeah,
you know he trip and fall. He out for a week.
Yeah. Fuck that nigga probably out doing something right now. That nigga pick up the remote wrong. Fingernail fall off. Damn.
You know what I mean?
6 games.
You know what I mean?
The type of nigga he is. So listen, man, I gotta say, bro. Always, you know what I'm saying, outside, it goes without saying because you know this, we homies in real life, bro.
Absolutely.
Always good seeing you, talking to you, even this being different because we've never done this before.
Yeah.
You know, we've never done this before.
Yeah, you gave the people something nice right here. I ain't gonna lie.
Trying, man. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? They need it, you know what I'm saying? But again, bro, love having you on. You know, it's always love with us. And hopefully, you know, they ain't the last time we get to do this and shit. But
nah,
you know what I'm
not
saying?
The last time. No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We give y'all what y'all need. But again, yeah, appreciate you, bro. As always, man.
I appreciate you for having me. You know, even dating back when we first got started, I appreciate you, you know, advocating for me when you did, you know, shit like that. You know, got me. You part of help getting me to this point too. You know, so you know, I'm always appreciative. Yeah, always. You know, you a good guy. This is a good dude right here, y'all. Tapped in with Time Flies. Comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah. They out there while my boy Mona love me. They're running through the prompts. You know what I'm saying? Running through the prompts. But
tap in with my boy, man.
My bro Phelps Jugo, man. So tapped in with Time Flies, another edition. I'll catch y'all next time. And we locked in. We about to drink and then talk some real shit.
Yeah, we're going off the
off cam.
That's coming on his subscription in a little bit.
Subscribe soon. I'll holler at y'all.
Yeah. You are now tapped in with Time Flies. Don't touch that dial, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. It's the part where the game shift. I was raised on the same strip. Down Broad Street, you know that I can't switch. Lock in, cause it's game 6. It's Time Flies. I know what the